Hello friends, this is Sar back once again with a new video. Today we're going to talk about PrimeWorld. And you might have seen me posting some battles and focus on new heroes and stuff from PrimeWorld from time to time. But I haven't really explained what it is. What is PrimeWorld and how is it different from other MOBAs? So that's what we're going to go through in this video. Before we do though, I think we should explain what is actually a MOBA for those of you who don't know yet. MOBA is short for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena. It originated from a mod which is called Aeon of Strife, or was called Aeon of Strife, in StarCraft 1, to the best of my knowledge anyway. And it was later popularized by another mod called Defense of the Ancients in Warcraft. And what you do basically is everyone plays one unit rather than a whole bunch of units, like you do in RTS. So here you only play one unit. You play in a team, usually with 4 other players, and the objective is to destroy the enemy's base, which is on the opposite side of the map of your base, in most cases. There are variations to the maps. Preventing you from destroying the enemy base is the enemy, which consists of the other team of usually 5 players, and computer-controlled enemies, often referred to as creeps. And these creeps walk in certain paths, and alongside these paths are usually towers. And your team's job is basically to manipulate the tide of the battle, so to say. Take down the towers and eventually reach the enemy's base and kill it. Each unit, or each player, the one hero that you play, has a unique set of abilities. So you use these in cooperation with your teammates' set of abilities to try to take out other units or other heroes, other enemies. And in doing so, you gain XP for the most case, or some variation of XP that makes you stronger, and the goal is basically whoever gets stronger faster will have an advantage in taking down the enemy base. So we level up, sort of like in an MMO. So that is the basic of MOBAs. Now, what is different between this MOBA and other MOBAs? Well, there are 2 major things, and within them, quite a few other details. I'm playing against bots right now, just for the purpose of this video. It will be easier to demonstrate. My teammate just killed an enemy hero, and this is like the typical type of gameplay. So, like in all MOBAs, you get turned into a chicken. No. Like in all MOBAs, as you progress, you gain some kind of currency, shall we say. In your regular MOBA, you would gain 2 things. You would get XP that you would use to level up your passive stats. And you would also get gold, or some variation of gold as a currency. That you would go back to your base, like this one, and into a store and purchase various extra abilities that you can since upgrade. This game works a little bit differently. Now, there are a few things that you can buy in the shop, which is potions and lanterns and things for visibility and those kind of features. But the major difference comes in here, in that for abilities you don't put together like a special type of helmet or shield or boots or something in the game. You own those abilities, you gain them for each battle you fight, and you put together a list of different skills and abilities that you want to use, potentially use anyway, in this battle. As you can see, I'm a very early level now, so I can choose to unlock with my Prime this one, for example, which is a class ability. I will have that regardless. Now I have 2 skills. I have a heal, and I have a type of root, which you can't see now. The other abilities are things that I put here myself, that I've gained through fighting many battles, and another thing that I will show you later. These are mostly passives, but there are some active abilities as well. Here, for example, I can take this that gives me 2.6 energy regeneration. Take that, and now I can choose abilities from the second tier. So most of these abilities are still abilities that I've earned in previous battles and put there, but I can't use them until I have gained enough prime in this battle in order to unlock them. Take a few of these. Now I can go to the third tier, and so on, and so forth. And this is how my level is determined.
Time to fly.
A little detail that you might have been wondering is this little thing here, which is also quite unique for this game. If, for example, if you go up here, this lane is occupied by this hero. This lane is occupied by this hero, and this lane is occupied by this hero and some other hero. You can usually choose to go 2 in this lane, 1 in the middle lane, 2 in the bottom lane, or whatever variation you feel is most tactical. But if for some reason you can have 1 hero here and it does fine, 1 hero here and it does fine, 2 down here and they both do fine, you don't need the 5th one. The 5th one can be of use doing this. So what this does, also called Zuma, you fight these little games here, and as you win these little mini games, you will gain scrolls. Scrolls are buffs usually, or abilities that you can give to your teammates. So you can sit here, earn XP, and send scrolls and buffs to your teammates. And that can be useful for heroes that are kind of weak in their early levels, for example, but get stronger after a while, which will allow their teammates to gain more XP during the laning phase and have the help of this hero after they're done posting scrolls to them. I won. And I can now choose, this was a healing scroll, a divine scroll. I can choose to send that, for example, to the wolf. I'm sure he can use it. And now I can either play more games, rank up my XP even more, or I can go out and join my teammates. Eek. So when the base is destroyed, the match is over. This is when you gain the rewards. This is when you get talents. Obviously I'm playing against bots right now, so you can't see them. I didn't get any talents since it was a practice match. But as you win or lose a match, you get XP for your hero and for your castle, and that will be the next point. And you also get a set number of rewards, talents, that you can later choose to put on your hero. I will show you that right now. So this is the castle. This is the other thing that is quite unique about this game. As you can see, there isn't much room in my streets. So what is this? Well, you know, in most MOBAs, you have a lobby. You sign up for a game, you get in, you kick some ass, you get out, probably never see those people again. Not so much here. This has lent a few elements from MMOs. You see, I'm part of a guild or a clan. My clan house is over here. Oop. Okay, maybe not the theatrical version. The clan house. Here I can see who is in my clan. I can see my clan's progress based on donations of resources towards bonuses for our clan members, our rank, which is ninja because the game is in alpha, and various stats about my clanmates. But all these buildings have a purpose. The major purpose of the castle is to generate the resources. You can see here, for example, I have a lumber mill. Now, luckily I haven't harvested it today, so I can show you what happens then. I have another lumber mill. It's full of lumber. I take the lumber, it goes up here with my total amount of resources. Now what I have to do here is I can go back into the lumber mill, and I can put friends in my lumber mill to help me to get more resources. You can see the resources changes. Put some back in there, and I get more resources, so they help me produce resources. And I set it to produce lumber again over the next 23 hours. And there we go, it's ticking. So you might remember, why do I need lumber? Well, I need lumber to, for example, upgrade buildings. Let's see. Here I have a manor. This gives me a housing room. To upgrade this, I will need lumber and I need food. There we go, we upgraded it. Other things that is more important, in my opinion, is the prime distiller, or distiller. There we go. And we set it to produce again. As you remember, after you win a match, you gain talents from a certain talent pool. And another way to gain talents is to produce them in your base. There are multiple ways you can do this. Most commonly the talent forge. So in a talent forge you can see it has been forging some talents for a while now. And here I have gained a purple talent, which is a very good one. A blue one. And another blue one. Collect all of these. I'm now full. And I spend my prime crystals to produce 9 more over the course of the next 23 hours. Since I now have a full library of talents, as you can see, I can go to my library. This is what I have of talents. I'll show you that in a second. But I want more space, so I upgrade my library. There we go. I'm no longer full. I can now have more talents total. But what do I need the talents for? Let's go and look at my heroes. So here's one of my heroes. And here you can see, like I showed you in-game, the talents that I put on her. You can see mostly purples. And here you can see my available talents and the different ranks of talents. Exclusive, epic, rare, special, and common, and things that belongs only to her, like the class abilities. Here's another hero, and the talents I have on him. So I have 368 maximum capacity for talents, and I have 366 in my library. So what I will do, since I don't want to upgrade I don't want to change his talents at the moment, I can upgrade one of his talents that isn't fully upgraded yet, like this one. So I go here, I can choose to use all of my crappy talents, for example, fill it up, upgrade, done, and I'm on my way now towards a rank 3 of this talent, which is a better version of that talent than the one I originally had. So what you usually want to do when you get a new hero, like this guy, you will pick out some talents. You will go through, for example, the tiers. So, his tier 1 talents, maybe I should exchange it for something else. Like maybe he could do with some agility. Well, this guy in particular can't, but some cunning would be nice for him, so let's put a cunning talent there. Yes, it was handed to him. I can now choose this in battle. And you'll notice I said my heroes. That's because you don't choose a random hero every time you start a battle. What you do is, you have a list of heroes down here. You can see I've actually owned most of them. But the heroes work for you. They work in your castle. So as you progress, you get the opportunity to purchase for silver or for gold new heroes. Like these here with a price tag on them, I don't have them. So I go here and maybe I want to hire the warlord. So I could either pay 829 gold. I could pay that. And then I can later have this extra skin for him. This is how they make money. With gold, for example, which is the currency that you can purchase for real money. It's pretty cheap as well. It's like the price of a burger for an expensive hero. And usually the later stage heroes, The newer ones, the newly added heroes, are usually more expensive than the old heroes. Not because they are better, but because they are new and they need to make money somehow. So at the start screen, before we join a battle, depending on your rank and certain other things, you can choose which hero. Even though you chose to join the battle with, in my case, Steamrock, I could choose to upgrade or downgrade to a different hero or a hero that matches the team. When loading into battle, you can see the enemy team, you can see their power level, and you can see their rating. So you can see in this case we're at a slight disadvantage, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to lose. Now at the beginning of the game here you can see we've now chosen the Apocalypse map, which is slightly different than the Borderlands map that we played before. It's darker and the objectives are different. It's the same map, looks a little different, but the objectives are different. Not the objectives so much as how you achieve them, I mean. The difference here to the regular map is that when you kill the creeps, or when you get the last hit on creep, they will turn into a zombie. There's a certain chance for melee, a different chance for ranged. If you get the last hits, it's the biggest chance. And what you want to do is, can you see, now we had the most last hits this time, so now our army is larger. So what you want to do here basically is to create a wave of zombies to basically force down the enemy. And there are other variations of this kind of gameplay. Some maps will reward you very much stat-wise if you're on like your native land, and you'll be at a very much disadvantage if you're not. Other maps will have entirely different objectives. For example, Dragon World, where what you do is play against mobs for the most part until the very end of the game, in which you face the enemy and see who became stronger the fastest. The combat is responsive and tactical in this game, I would say. Bang. And all the different skills work very well together. A difference I will say from some MOBAs I've played, not all, is that it doesn't snowball as much. It does a little bit, it's supposed to. It's not like you have heroes that will get just entirely impossible to deal with. Well, you will. Okay, that's not entirely true. Some of them are pretty much impossible to kill if you let them become that strong. But that doesn't happen as easily as it does with some other MOBAs. Victory! And at the end of the match, this time we get to see the reward system. Different talents, some resources, and you get to see your achievements. Go in and see the statistics, who did what, and you can go and see what everyone else did. So all in all, that is what PrimeWorld is. I hope that was useful to some of you that haven't played it before, and I'll see you around for another video another time. Bye.